welcome to Netizen News, the show that fills you in on all the latest happenings across Chinese social media. So without a doubt, one of the biggest topics discussed by netizens this week is, of course, the Paris attacks. On the 13th of November, there were coordinated terrorist attacks across the French capital, which as of now have left 129 people dead and injured several more. So what do netizens think of this terrible tragedy?
Not surprisingly, waves of netizens have expressed their condolences to the victims of this catastrophe, as well as messages of peace to Paris. For instance, Tamibu likens this appalling event to 9/11 and adds that I feel a sadness deep down in my heart. Similarly, there has been a great outpouring of condemnations for those behind these terrorist attacks. 防弹小马甲 comments that killing civilians is such a shameless behavior. It highlights weakness and stupidity. On a more controversial note, some netizens has criticized the French government for making its country as vulnerable to attacks as a result of inadequate security measures. For example, CCG demands, how can grenades and guns just be carried in the city? I can't believe that. France's security needs urgent improving. In addition, others also argue that France has made itself as a terrorist target through joining in on air strikes against ISIS in Syria in late September. Therefore, Xu Peng very bluntly states that although I really feel sorry for the suffering of the French public, but what goes around comes around. The French people are paying for what their government as well as its foreign policy during the past century. If France sticks to the same policy, there may be more attacks.
Well, the New York Times has actually reported that a young man who was trapped at the Bataclan when terrorists seized the concert hall heard one of the gunmen yelling, "This is for all the harm that Hollande has done to Muslims." However, Nicolas Hanin, a French former hostage of ISIS, claims that the terrorist group purposely chose France as their target because it's a country where social divisions can easily be sown. He says that ISIS's greatest fear is our unity because they want to stir up Islamophobia and xenophobia towards refugees who are trying to enter Europe, because this will create more social tensions and render alienated youths more vulnerable to being recruited by the terrorist network. So, William, do you think the recent events have sparked off feelings of Islamophobia within netizens?
Well, I'm afraid that just like in Western society, China has also some narrow-minded people. Remember, China is a country with a population of 1.3 billion people. Hence, some Weibo users comments that Western Europe should not accept any refugees. Similarly, there are also some narrow-minded anti-Islamic comments made by some netizens. For example, Danny, who asserts that Islam needs to reform itself in order to adapt to the modern world. However, some netizens think otherwise. For example, Amimimi comments that rejecting refugees is never going to be our goal, but accepting them without strict check is also not what we want. As time goes by, says, I believe that not all Islam people are bad, but the extremists is just a minority of them. In addition, and also asserts that, yes, this attack was caused by some Muslims, but why do some believe all Muslims are bad? I'm a Muslim, I hate terrorists too. I love peace and China.
Okay, well, that's all we have time for today. Let's hope we can promote more open-mindedness and work towards peace. Thanks for joining. Bye.